Good afternoon, I am Laia Bofeo, currently a junior in biomedical engineering here at Boston University. In this occasion, I will talk about the important work of the Equal Justice Initiative or EJI organization and its relevance to our studies and this class on the carceral state and criminal justice system. EJI was founded by Bryan Stevenson and is a non-profit organization dedicated to ending mass incarceration, excessive punishments, and the racial and economic disparities. Let's investigate how EJI's work either complements, contrasts, or enriches our course materials. The consistency with the course knowledge. First and most importantly, EJI's emphasis on correcting racial injustice and the historical background of the American criminal justice system is really in line with the subjects we have covered in our course. The organization's focus on the legacy of Jim Crow laws, systematic racism, and slavery reflects our conversations about the historical roots of the carceral state. EJI's legal advocacy against too harsh sentencing, particularly for children and the mentally ill, directly corresponds with our criticisms of the laws and practices allowing mass incarceration. Furthermore, in line with the course's instructional objectives are EJI's public education programs, including the Legacy Museum and the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. These programs help to increase knowledge of how past injustices still influence modern problems inside the criminal justice system. EJI echoes our course emphasis on historical awareness as a basis for significant reform by establishing venues for thought and education, so helping to close the distance between past and present injustices. Now, some inconsistencies. Although EJI's work closely relates to our studies, it also brings fresh ideas and points out some contradictions. EJI works inside a legal framework using litigation, education, and policy advocacy to effect change, unlike the Black Panther Party, which faced severe political repression and violent suppression through programs like COINTELPRO. This difference emphasizes a more guarded, if still controversial, strategy for opposing the carceral state. EJI's concrete victories in Supreme Court decisions, such as outlawing mandatory life without parole sentences for minors, offer real-world illustration of how legal tactics might result in major institutional changes. These successes highlight the ability of the legal system to solve and correct injustices, so providing a practical implementation of the theories and criticisms we have examined. This part of EJI's work enhances our knowledge by providing how successful consistent legal advocacy is enriching reform. EJI is a particularly interesting company to support because of its multifactorial strategies. EJIs would want to provide legal representation for those unfairly sentenced or wrongfully convicted, underlines their will to right immediate justices inside the system. Their attempts to question and rewrite laws supporting mass incarceration show a long-term view for institutional transformations. Furthermore, greatly influencing society perceptions of race, justice, and punishments is EJI's public educational programs. EJI promotes a closer, more complex knowledge of the criminal justice system by designing venues, honoring the victims of racial terror, and educating the public about the historical background of modern injustices. With an eye toward changing the legal environment and public consciousness, this all-encompassing approach not only treats the symptoms of systemic injustice, but also addresses its underlying causes. Supporting EJI is supporting a whole reform plan, including policy advocacy, public education, and legal action mixed together. EJI is a potent tool for change because of their achievements in court, dedication to historical remembrance, and public education campaigns. Their writings not only fit the central ideas of our course, but also offer fresh ideas and useful case studies of successful advocacy. Ultimately, the Equal Justice Initiative is a vital entity in the struggle against the carceral state, since it epitomises the junction of legal advocacy and social justice. It's fit with our course themes, fresh viewpoint introduction, and thorough reform approach qualify, it is a cause deserving of our help. Supporting EGI helps us be a part of a movement aiming at building a society more fair and equal. Thank you.